What's up, everybody? Welcome to another season 2. We got season 2 guests coming in. Today we have a very talented 12, 13-year-old drummer. This guy is freaking talented. He's got like 82,000 YouTube subscribers, 184 Facebook likes, 1,000, and 43,000 Instagram. This kid's on fire doing covers of Shinedown, Avenged Sevenfold, Linkin Park. This kid is talented. So we're about to bring Henry on here and have a nice chat with him. Here we go. All right, yeah. Hey, Henry, what's going on?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you good, thanks.
So, Henry, where are you from? Where are you at right now?
So, yeah, I'm from England, Birmingham.
Nice. A little bit different than upstate New York, I would say, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I read, so you're 12 or 13 now?
I just turned 13 in January, actually, yeah.
13. That's when I started playing guitar when I was 13. When did you start playing the drums? Like I read like 7 or 6?
No, 5, actually, yeah. Start playing.
5. How did you get into it at 5 years old? Did your dad drum or uncle?
No, so I've got no musicians in the family, really. So, basically, my mom actually took me to a piano lesson. Then, like, I was really quite shy and really quiet. Then in the middle, I was like, I don't want to play piano. I really want to play drums. Then, like, everyone was really shocked. Then, like, then I had my first drum lesson. Then I, like, never looked back. And I worked on my grades and stuff like that.
Nice. Wow. So you play piano too. How good are you on piano?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I haven't played for a long time, but I still play occasionally, yeah.
I'm into, I like the synth stuff, like when you do soundtrack things.
Yeah.
I really like that. I like playing with different sounds and beats. And do you ever do drums on keyboard, like electric? You know how you can program drums and stuff?
Yeah, I make a lot of my own music, actually. Yeah, I've been
Okay.
working on my track, original stuff.
Nice. So I read you got the one YouTube video out. Do you have plans to do more original stuff?
Yeah, I'm kind of working on like an EP. So yeah, I'm kind of
Okay.
a collection of tracks to release.
Is it just drums and instrumental? Or do you have vocals on there as
Uh,
well?
no, it's just instrumental. But on like my most recent tracks, I'm working on more like, for example, like drum and bass kind of stuff, like
Okay.
style of music.
Who does the bass guitar for you?
I'd program it all myself.
Oh, you program it all.
Yeah,
Okay. Nice. I see you got a gamer chair back there. I got one too.
nice. Yeah,
You got to have one, right?
yeah.
I keep forgetting that you can actually sit back in them like this. I don't have to sit up. So, I want to talk about your videos on YouTube. The backdrop, is that your whole area there? Is that painted that color?
Yeah, it's a wallpaper.
Oh, it's a wallpaper. All right, because
Yeah,
I'm like, that's cool.
yeah. Thanks.
Nice and shiny, but it's not too reflective where it's, too much with lights and things.
Yeah.
Are you learning basically on your own how to edit videos and light and that kind of stuff from the video
Yeah,
side of things?
yeah. I use a DaVinci Resolve 16 to edit my videos. Then I've kind of just practiced and figured out new stuff and kind of yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I've kind of
Yeah,
got
that's what I use too. Great program.
yeah.
What kind of camera do you have? Do you have a DaVinci camera too?
No, I have a Canon. Canon.
Canon? Yep.
Yeah. Then
Those are cool.
audio, I use a Logic Pro to like edit all my drum sounds,
Okay.
all the filters on.
So I just want to take a second. Hi, everybody, to the viewers out there. Feel free to put your questions in here if you got any for Henry. And everybody tuning in later, because we'll get a lot of views later too. Feel free to tag Henry and me and any questions you guys got. I know this thing's going by pretty fast today. What's up, everybody? You get ever get in questions like fan questions and stuff like that on like what type of questions do you get as a drummer? But I've always been interested in that versus a singer or a guitarist.
I mean, yeah, I get some questions like kind of like the usual stuff. When did I start? Like how long I've been playing drums. I get a lot of questions. Well, probably not drummer related, to be honest. I get some questions like where am I from and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get a lot of questions, to be honest. Yeah.
Do you? What about video games? I mean, you got like video games, right?
Yeah, I play some video games. Yeah.
Are you an Xbox, a PC, or a PlayStation guy?
I play PC.
PC. I had a feeling. I don't know why. I just had a feeling. I've always been PlayStation my whole life. I don't know why. It's just something I stuck with. But what kind of games and stuff do you like?
Uh, I kind of play a bit of everything, to be honest. I don't get like loads of time to play video games, so I'm not like really good. I just kind of play for fun, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, are you one where I cannot really just play a game. I have to like play it and get all the extra stuff and then
Yeah.
find
Yeah.
all the hidden things.
Yeah.
It's kind of a pain, but it's cool. Do you like, what about Resident Evil? That's my favorite video game series.
I've never played that before, but I've heard
You've
a lot
never
of.
played the Resident Evils?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you'll have to grab those. I mean, they remade, I think, almost every Resident Evil video game now, but if you start off with one, I'd say check out Resident Evil 2. That's probably the best one
Okay. Yeah.
so far.
Yeah.
If you like old school games from like the late 90s, Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 are really good from PlayStation 1, but they were I think they have PC versions of that by now.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Nice.
Somebody mentioned Weezer. Do you cover any Weezer?
I've never heard of that band actually. Yeah, I'll have a look into it to cover.
They're like a bigger 90s, early 2000s type band.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in middle school, probably around 15, they'd play their song all the time, every school dance. And it was like crazy. But so let's talk about some of the videos that you do and you cover. So you're like, I don't know, I wouldn't say you're metalhead, but sort of.
Yeah.
So you do Metallica, you do Avenged Sevenfold, Linkin Park. What else do you do?
I do quite a lot of Slipknot. Um, I've done a couple of Nirvana tracks. But yeah, those are kind of the main ones I do. There's like Avenged Sevenfold, Linkin Park, and Slipknot. Those are like my three top favorite bands, to be honest.
Nice. I like the Enter Sandman one. Metallica's my favorite.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite musician or drummer? One of the questions.
One of my favorite drummers. I love the Revv. I'm a big fan of Mike Portney. I also one of my favorite is Joey Jordison as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any old school ones from like 70s and 80s?
I love John Bonham. He's pretty
John Bonham?
cool. Yeah. That's probably it, actually, yeah.
How about Godsmack? You like Godsmack?
I've never listened to much Godsmack. I've heard that it's good, but I've never got around to
Yeah.
it.
You should cover one of their songs. I could definitely picture that. The guy, I think he started drumming on the fourth record. I could be wrong. He could be on the third one too. They do this like drum solo because the singer plays drums too. So live they do, the drummer and the singer both play drums together and they do like this drum off between percussion and then regular drum set. So definitely YouTube that. Something like that would be sick, I think, for you to do.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of neat.
Yeah, I'll try. Sounds good.
You've got a lot of followers on here, everywhere. Like, how did that start off? Did you just upload like one video and say, "Hey, I drum"?
So it kind of started off. So I started off mainly on YouTube. So what I done, I recorded so I just decided to record some videos because it's kind of like the next step after doing all like my grades.
Uh-huh.
About 10 videos to my YouTube. Then then after that, I just carried on uploading. Then it just kind of built up. Just carried on uploading. Consistency.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you research on like the how to title and the hashtags and all that?
Done a lot of research.
Do you have anybody helping you out with that or?
Yeah, I had some people help me out for that. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, it can be tricky. It can be tricky. It
Yeah.
doesn't always work either,
Yeah.
but it's so weird. You know, one video can do better than the other. It could be the same artist, even the same song, and all
Yeah.
depends on when you upload it, how you upload it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. See, who we got in here? We got a bunch of people. What's up, Sharon? Death Raw. Oh, some other people in here. Yeah, any questions? Feel free, shoot them in there. I'll try to get them here while we chat. Goes by pretty fast here. So I know you got fans from all over. Do you have any like bigger drummers or anything from signed bands and stuff reach out to you and be like, dude, I saw you do a cover of my song or something like that?
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, on my Sepultura video, Sepultura commented on one of my videos. Uh,
Nice.
yeah, apart from that, I don't think there was anything else. No, not yet.
You ever heard of Drowning Pool?
I've heard of them, but I've never listened.
Uh, there's a song called Bodies Hit the Floor. That would be a cool one to cover.
Yeah, I'll have a look at that.
They got heavier too as time went on. I mean, each record's almost a different singer. So, but their new stuff's really heavy. Do you like besides Avenged Sevenfold? Do you like the stuff where they go into almost like a scream or a growl, or do you still like the singing?
Uh, I suppose so, but I like both. That's why I kind of like Avenged Sevenfold. It's like a mix of
Yeah.
both, and like Slipknot
Yep.
stuff. So, yeah.
One guy says you'll love Drowning Pool. Check him out. I agree. I agree. The original singer was really, really good. So, band wise, I know your top, some of your top covers and top band. Is there anything like out of the ordinary that you like? That like say like I don't think anybody would know. I like Michael Jackson's music. That would probably be my oddball one.
I love Dream Theater. They're pretty
Dream
cool.
Theater.
Yeah. Um.
What about Hendrix?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I done the Henry covers. Yeah.
Yep. Now, everybody out there, we have a playthrough coming out with me and you. I plan on filming that actually over the next 2 weeks or so. So I'd say by the end of May or something, I'll shoot you that. So you'll see the difference is I call it a playthrough video because it's literally, me and you going through and playing the song, and it's Purple Haze from Jimi Hendrix, but it's more my version of it, But that was cool that your dad reached out and he's like, you guys got to do something together.
Yeah.
Because for your age, I was like, especially when I pulled up the drums and stuff like that, and I was listening to them, I was not expecting you to play it like as on time as you were, for your age.
Yeah.
So, props to you.
Thanks.
I'm excited because I got to go in and edit your drums a little bit more too with the sound and stuff. But it's cool once everything's in there. I think people really dig it. He's 13 now. He said. Somebody asked how old are you? 13 now again. I'm a little older than that, but I remember when I was your age. I mean, I kind of got into Blink-182, Good Charlotte, Green Day. Remember those bands?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, those were pretty good. Now, you take drum lessons with anybody, like in person or online?
Yeah, I take some drum lessons. Yeah.
Who's your teacher?
My drum teacher is Tim Chandler. Yeah, he's very good. Yeah.
Do you think you'll start a band?
Yeah, that's kind of like my aspiration, to be honest. I mean,
Yeah.
when I'm older, I'd love to go to Berkeley College. I mean, I've heard so many like good things about it. It's kind of like, yeah, I really want to get to Berkeley. Then yeah, I'd love to like start a band, make some music. Yeah,
Yeah. Berkeley's it's a lot of work. The best of the
yeah,
best go there. But if
yeah,
you're looking always like I didn't know this when I was a kid, but everything that you learn now, everything you research, all that kind of stuff, it comes handy later, but you don't realize that it can turn into a good teaching career too. So I always thought like you want to do the band thing, you want to play out and all this kind of stuff, but there's the amount of people that teach on the side, it helps with everything. It helps with your budgets and I think eventually I think you'd probably be good at that
yeah.
for sure. Do you have any aspirations to be like teacher or teach drums or anything?
Uh, yeah. I mean, yeah, it'd be fun to teach drums, but like, yeah, as I said, like my main goal would be to be in a band. But yeah,
Yeah.
the ultimate goal.
What kind of brand do you use for because I know you have some endorsements. Let's give them some shout outs here.
Yeah. So yeah, I use Pearl drums. Then I use Sabian cymbals. Then yeah, I use Winston drumsticks, and I'm also endorsed by Telefunken, which I use their headphones.
Yep. Are those red ones you got?
No, those were the Beats. It's the black ones. You'll see them in like
Okay.
more recent videos.
Okay.
So yeah,
Red's a cool color. You have it in your drum set, actually. I noticed too. One
yeah,
of them.
like black and red. It's like a carbon almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many cymbals do you usually use?
Uh, so I have two crashes, one China, and I have a ride and a hi hat. So yeah,
That's all you need, right?
yeah, yeah,
I remember I had a what is it, a Mapex and a CB. Like CB is like a really cheap drum set. But I actually enjoyed Mapex. I don't know if you ever played those.
yeah.
Those
I've
are pretty good.
played it like a couple of times. Yeah,
Now I took a set, I Frankensteined it. I took a set, two sets, put it together. So I had four toms, two floor toms, two snares right here. Then I had two hi-hats, one on the right, one on the left, and about eight cymbals like this way. I, I loved it. That was the heyday.
yeah. Slipknot stuff because like the Slipknot drummer, he's got like so many toms and so many cymbals. I have to kind of like make do with what I have and like double up on some of the toms.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, it's kind of cool. I mean, to your left of the hi-hat, you could have an extra drum or two, or you have pads too, right? I saw that trigger stuff every once in a while. I
uh,
think you did it with your it was like an original instrumental.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because
Because
you could get into that.
yeah, because what I kind of done with that, I kind of like so I recorded like me playing the drums and like I overlaid it with some like electric drums and I kind
Oh,
of
okay.
up to get a different sound.
This guy's saying I don't know, what are your personal experiences? I don't really understand the other part, but I don't know what he means, but maybe personal experiences with you ever played live? I don't know if that's what he means, but
Live, I played live like a couple of times, not that many to be honest. The best experience I've had live is when I went to this summer course in BIM London. Then what happened? Because it was round the corner from like at the Chelsea football ground. There's this like nightclub place, and there was this stage. Then I'd like
yeah.
drums with like some other kids who like played guitar and like vocals. Then we done a Bring Me the Horizon song called Throne, and that was a pretty good experience. I enjoy playing live. I haven't done it that much to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, how does COVID hit over there for you guys? And like,
Like for me, I've been able to do a lot more on my drumming because like when I'm at school, I mean, I can't do as much as I do when we're in lockdown, so I can like
yeah.
progress a lot on it. But yeah,
Are they teaching you online, or are you actually going back to school?
at the moment I'm at school, so yeah,
Okay.
I went back like a couple of weeks ago.
It's kind of mixed over here still,
Yeah,
I would say. But yeah, it's tough because um like you can't really, it's hard because you can't really have anybody over and get a band going, and you can't really play live still. But at the same time, like you said, you got plenty enough time to learn and do videos and school. School's always important. I never really liked school, so I was good student until maybe middle school because I was homeschooled a year because I was so sick, and then I kind of fell behind, and I never quite recovered, and then from there I never really cared for it again.
yeah,
So, but I'd tell you, senior year was pretty cool. I did graphic design, and so I was only in school for about 3 hours a day, like real school.
yeah,
So it gets easier maybe your senior year too. There's some fun parts, but yeah, see where it's going. Good old days. So what grade are you in now?
um. I don't know how it converts to American school. So in the UK, it'll be year eight. I don't know if that's like eight.
Year eight, it's called.
Yeah,
It's probably seventh or eighth grade.
yeah,
Yeah, I would
yeah.
say. How is like I don't know how to ask this question. Like over where you are, right? Do a lot of kids want to take music? Is it pushed more? You know, that sort of thing.
Not very popular, to be honest.
Not as popular.
Not like a load of kids like play musical instruments and take them like seriously, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, yeah, not that many. It's not really pushed, to be honest. It's
Hmm.
kind of like if you enjoy it, you take it, but not many people do.
Yeah. What about your music courses in school? Do you cover like would they never taught us drums? They don't even teach guitar really in music courses in middle school or high school.
Yeah. They give like lessons, but like I don't really take them.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
then
After school.
yeah, then they do like music lessons in the week, but it's like really basic stuff, like
Yeah.
music, then what's this note and the duration and stuff. So it's just
Yeah.
easy stuff.
Here's a snare, hit it on a quarter note.
Yeah.
Now, do you when you drum, because people, there's a lot of drummers play by feel. Are you a feeling drummer, or are you more of mathematical, where you kind of have to plan it out, take some notes, get used to the timing, or do you just kind of like I feel it and I don't know how to describe it?
Yeah, I'm kind of more like feeling it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
I
really,
could tell a little bit with what you sent me. I could tell, and some of your videos.
yeah. Yeah, 'cause I don't really take notes on it and work it out. I just kind of try and, because like, I kind of like, if I'm like composing drums for like a piece of music, I kind of value more that like it makes the song give like a push, like nice feel to it, than putting like loads of complicated fills in. I rather
Okay.
feel, yeah.
So a little simpler is better.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of, some drummers like I played with some, they can overcomplicate parts pretty easy, or they can play it too simple.
yeah. I think there's kind of
So it is,
time and a place really for like overcomplicated
yeah.
things.
I tell you though, anybody listen out there, the drummer makes the rock band because without a good drummer, I mean, you could have the best singer in the world and stuff, but the drums really are the quality that carries the whole band And even editing lies when you record a song, it's dictated by how those drums are.
Yeah.
To me,
Yeah.
at least the old school way.
Yeah. It kind of keeps time with the whole band.
Yeah. Would you, if you had to, if you could, would you record old school where you do it in a room together to a click, or would you do it individually?
Uh, Probably all in the same room because kind of get a different feel from all being in the same room than being like separate. I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the old school way.
Yeah.
Then, you can always punch in parts and things. They do that all the time.
Yeah. It's kind of done more digitally now, isn't it? Like you record the parts up
Yeah.
and
Yeah, it is. Even it's hard to explain. They sample everything.
yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes they replace it. It's almost like when you watch a movie, those guys wearing the green screen suits.
Yeah.
It's like they're acting, or even real actors. All you see is like their face. You know what I mean? Everything else is going to be all different. They're there, but they're really not there. They're going to end up replacing you in the end. So they do that. I think they do that a lot of times.
Yeah. A lot of
But
I noticed like in more like real thrash metal, like a lot of the double kick is like quantized. And it just
yes,
sounds
perfect.
fun. It's like perfect. Like yeah.
Yeah. You're like, how can that guy play that like that?
I'm like here practicing like loads, trying to get that speed, and it's probably not even a person playing it.
Yeah. Or you'd have to have like I don't know, the best drum pedal known to man that's just, it glides like butter. You know what I mean? But even if it's real, they can nudge. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Make it sound better. Yep. I have an Alesis Strike Pro for electronic drum set,
yeah,
and I really like those versus the Roland. What I do if I record drums myself, I'll use the sound from that. Then I'll use the signal, and then I'll put my own snares on top, even other drum kits and things. But it's still, I don't time it. It's
yeah,
my drum timing still. You know what I mean?
yeah. Sometimes I do that in a Logic, but I don't have triggers, so when it detects the MIDI input, it won't be as accurate to like, because like it'll detect like for example a crash hit like in the kick drums.
Yeah.
Yeah. I use a for drum sounds. I use a Superior Drummer 3. They do some
Yes.
quite good drum sounds.
Yep.
Yeah, and even when like programming, you can make it sound quite real as well. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, you can even sample your kick sound, your real kick sound, and put it over the digital drum set. So it's like has a real sound, but it's we know it's not really real.
yeah. Actually, on Superior Drummer 3, you can actually so like you can interchange the drums. You can actually get my drum kit on there while I use the Pearl Masterworks. Yeah.
Is it their sample version or your actual sound?
It's their sample version.
Okay, but it's the same kit. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Everyone's still asking how old you are. He's 13 years old, drummer extraordinaire. Check out his videos on YouTube, and he's on Facebook, of course, Instagram here. Everybody tune in later, too. This will be available on my Instagram and YouTube and Facebook. I can even send you the file, too, if you want to upload stuff. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I appreciate everybody tuning in here. Any last-minute questions here, throw them in the chat, and we appreciate you coming on. I don't know how many interviews you do, too, because I was worried. I'm like, I don't know if this kid will speak in the interview or.
Like first one, like live streaming, first ever
Yeah.
interview. So yeah.
Oh, this is the first one?
Yeah, first.
Oh, really? Oh, you got to get interviewed, man. Yeah. Well, this is good. Cut your teeth a little bit there. Get into it. So, Maybe someday I'll come over to your neck of the woods. Who knows? But I picture you coming over to the U.S. probably sooner sometime.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. Because they have some really good expos and stuff for drummers. If you get on one of those and you do well, I mean, they'll send you right over and
Yeah,
pay for it all, everything.
yeah. And don't they do like is there like loads of like these like drum festivals in the US as well? Forgot the name. There's
Yeah.
really big one, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a couple. There's a couple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
drum show, isn't it? Yeah.
I know the Guitar Center has a contest too, best drummer.
Yeah, oh yeah, I saw that online. The, like loads of drum solos and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those are neat.
yeah.
So what can you tell us what videos you want to do next here? What's up the pipe?
I'm doing Unholy Confessions by Avenged Sevenfold. Then I'm working on a Architects one, their new song, Animals, is it? Yeah.
Okay. Do you ever
Then,
do Hail to the King?
sorry?
Did you do Hail to the King by them?
I've already done that. I've done it
You
about
already done?
ago. Yeah.
That's a cool one. What else you got?
Um, um, I'm doing some more Avenged Sevenfold. I'm gonna do some more from the City of Evil album because that's one of my favorite albums. Because like yeah,
Okay.
uh,
That's an older one, yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna do some more Slipknot stuff. I'm gonna do Disaster Piece by Slipknot. Try and get that done.
How
Oh,
about Stone Sour?
sorry,
Stone Sour.
is that band?
Yeah, Stone Sour is the singer solo band
Oh,
from
okay,
Slipknot.
yeah. What else am I?
If you like Slipknot, check them out. Stone Sour it's got a little bit different sound, but it's same singer.
Yeah, was it
Yeah.
Stone Sour or Stone Four?
Stone Sour.
Okay, yeah. 'Cause I heard of
Yeah.
Stone Four, a rock band. Yeah,
They got the song where looking at you through the glass, don't know how much time has passed. I think that was like one of their mainstream hits.
yeah. I haven't heard that.
But they got some heavy ones, heavy songs.
Nice.
What about Megadeth? Got any Megadeth coming up?
I was gonna. Oh, can't remember now. I was gonna do some. I've already done Symphony of Destruction. That was pretty easy.
Yeah. Yeah, that is that song.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably do some more Megadeth at some point. Yeah, I might do some more Metallica actually. Maybe like Master of Puppets. Or I was gonna do Nothing Else Matters, but it's a bit slow. It's like the same beat all the way through.
One would be a good one.
Yeah, I haven't heard that
Yeah.
one yet. Yeah.
That was a good did you do Four Horsemen? Did you do that one?
No.
Okay, so if you listen to Kill 'Em All, which is the first Metallica record, they have a song called Four Horsemen. Okay, and then you listen to the first Megadeth record, they have a song called The Mechanics. It's the same exact song because Dave Mustaine was in Metallica
Yeah.
for a little while, and but it's a lot faster. And Dave Mustaine cut out parts that aren't in the Four Horsemen, but it would kind of be cool if you could do almost like two versions or combine them together.
Yeah.
Like Four Horsemen's is it's at one level. It's like duh, 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 duh. It's fast, but it's not like super fast. But then you listen to Megadeth and you're like, oh my god. it's so I can't even barely keep up on guitar with it.
Yeah.
It's fast. But check those out. Old school Kill 'Em All record. There's something on there I think you'd really like from them. Seek and Destroy is another one.
I was gonna do Saint Anger, but there's a lot of controversy.
Do it. No, I say do it.
Yeah,
Do it. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's almost a 20-year anniversary thing coming up, or maybe it already happened. But I would do it. It's an underrated. It's an underrated song.
I actually quite like the song. I think people are a bit too harsh on it, to be honest. Wasn't
Yeah.
that bad.
Some Kind of Monster that's a really good song too.
Yeah. I'm gonna do some Disturbed covers as well. Yeah,
That'd be sick.
Stricken. Yeah.
What do you think of their drums? Because their drums are really like, I mean, you can't miss a kick.
I mean, with Disturbed drums, I think, yeah, it sounds cool, but I think they lack some feel, to be honest. Some feel. Because, like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of just the typical rock beats. And, like, everything
It's
almost,
too clean.
yeah, it's all coordinated. It's kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun enough to play. So, yeah.
Yeah. I really like them. I think a lot of their songs are kind of the same, you know.
Yeah, they sound a lot the same. It's a bit
I
like,
could I could
that's a bit
oh,
like
go ahead.
Ben Sevenfold. They sound, it's almost like once a band's found a successful format, they like stick to it for every single album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's good, it's not bad. You
Yeah.
know, nobody cares. That's my motto. But like Metallica, you listen to their discography, it's a lot different. A lot different.
Yeah.
They've changed quite a bit.
Yeah. That's same with Linkin Park. It always follows the same format because what it does, it'll have like a electric like intro, then it'll just go to a heavy chorus, then like and like an electric sounding verse, the same. Or
Yep.
it sounds good, so yeah, that's all that matters.
Let's see. We got another question here. Yeah, he said he's gonna form his own band here sometime in the future. I'd be interested in what type of music you guys do. I kind of have a feeling it would be pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. How would you make it different versus what's out there now?
I'm not really sure, to be honest. I mean, like for like drums, I'll kind of put like I don't know, to be honest, because would it like if you're in a band, wouldn't it take like a first album to find like what you can do unique to other bands to actually do some songs first?
Sometimes it takes a couple,
Yeah.
for the band to really fall in the niche. I use maybe Def Leppard as an example, right? It actually took to the third record, I think Pyromania, to get that what everybody thinks Def Leppard sounds like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where the other two records, they were more raw, they were more rock, there was more riffs. They didn't layer 80,000 guitars on each other, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
Because
it depends.
it's like their first album was like their biggest album. They done one album. It's like instantly popular. It's crazy.
And like you said, because that is played to death, now they have to keep doing that formula.
Yeah.
And that's who they are. But some people do change it, and they actually get away with it. People like it.
Yeah. Because in the Avenged Sevenfold Hell to the King album, is totally different. It's like more Metallica kind of thing. But yeah, I think Hell to the King's like one of their biggest songs now, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was in the video game too, so that helps. Call of Duty. But I listen to that record and I go, holy cow, they took Metallica songs and they played it backwards. Some parts are actually backward Metallica songs. I'm like, I don't know if that's really smart or just really easy.
Yeah, because the drum parts and that, it's so easy.
It's a simple, straightforward beat.
Yeah, that was the album where they got a different drummer in. Like, they got him in for one album, and I think they told him to play simple. So I think then he got fired, so yeah. And that's why.
I could see why. Well, the other guy died.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people liked him. He was a really good drummer.
Yeah. The only thing, it was like the same punk beat in every song. on the ride. It's the same beat. I mean,
Yeah.
unique things in every song, but yeah, it was the same beat.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think that's why? Because they're just self-taught and they never quite learned, because when you're taking lessons and stuff, you learn all these different styles and then you could use them to your advantage. Where, like me, I've never taken drum lessons. I have like one style on drums. You know what I mean? Do
Yeah.
you think that actually hurts some of those guys because they've never really done that?
Well, it might be because, like, for example, I can play a bit of everything, but like, I enjoy, like, I'm more passionate about rock than anything else. So it's kind of the
Yeah.
style I'll kind of play in. Then yeah, because like I kind of listen to loads of different music, so I can kind of take influences from different drummers, kind of thing.
Hmm.
That really helps.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's more about listening than actually like doing it. Because when you listen, you get like new ideas and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. Do you learn by watching too? Like watching somebody play live? Do you learn that way?
I mean, yeah, because like when I'm doing drum covers, so for example, really old stuff. So like some of the Avenged Sevenfold original albums. Like, I mean, like mix is quite muddy for the drums, and it's like so hard to figure out. So yeah, like watching it makes life a lot easier than listening
Yeah.
to it, especially when it's like really muddy mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about live in concert?
Yeah, I quite like to watch live because, like, always, like, because there's some drummers who just play it the same, where like for the whole time, but like some add like
Yeah.
because it's sometimes like in covers, it's like nice to add different things, like not just copying the song, like add your own things. Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody asked, do you write lyrics too?
Not at the moment, no. I think I'm probably gonna start eventually, but I need some more practice at it. So yeah.
Yeah. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but it's easy enough where, you can get started pretty easy.
Yeah, how'd you like start writing a song? How'd you like?
Very basic. I mean, my lyrics from the old days are not too good at all. You know, I literally just took like sometimes there were a few lines from other songs, in the old demos and things, and then sometimes they're just like simple sentences. I guess that's a great way to start off, but then it has to evolve from there, obviously now.
Yeah,
But when I first started, it was just like I remember, I don't want to cry, I don't want to lie, and then why is that, that sort of thing. And then eventually you find out lyrics are actually more metaphorical
yeah. So like, what?
and story driven.
Yeah. Well, you develop like the lyrics before you do the instrumental stuff.
I don't know. I always do the music first. Sometimes I'll write down lines and things and ideas and then kind of group them together later. But no, the music always it sets the tone. Like when you listen to it, it's like I'm either feeling sad or it's angry or it's you want to lash out against something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's key. I think that's old school too, because like you said, band jams together, it's the vibe, and then the singer starts to come up with ideas.
Yeah.
So I think that best.
Wait, so do you do all the drums for your songs? Then
I can, but I haven't. I usually reach out to other drummers. I'll do like the like you heard in Purple Haze. That's me playing drums, but then usually I will send my version out to a real drummer to get that real drum sound and then have them do a take on it. This EP that's coming out this year sometime, I'm actually doing drums on 2 songs. But I think after this EP and the next single, I'm going to try, because I've never drummed on a song with lyrics that I've released anyways.
yeah.
So I'm going to try it. I think with my drum set and like you said, samples and stuff like that with the sound, because I'm more concerned of how does it sound, not really the playing part.
Yeah,
Obviously you got to play, but you know what I mean. Because you don't want it. You want it to sound like an electronic drum set. You just don't want it to sound like that.
yeah,
You know what I mean? You want to sound more real. So that's kind of where I'm headed with that. But I've been, I'm a guitarist by heart, so that's my main gig.
yeah,
But yeah, it's interesting. Sometimes you have to try everything when you start out.
yeah,
Just try it, whether it works or not. Do some demos. Even set up 2 room mics and just make songs and stuff that way. And who cares if it sounds good? You're just getting your ideas down and going through the motions.
yeah. So like, what audio editing software do you use?
Sonar, Cakewalk.
Okay, yeah,
I've used Roland interfaces. Now I'm into Steinberg. I'll probably end up going to something else eventually, but I usually go interface, a mixing board,
yeah,
and then a bunch of other equipment that I have here that I posted my pictures. But you always need preamps. It's a lot. Mostly it's just a lot of preamps. I don't try to do reverb and effects as I record. I just record everything dry because that way I put them on later.
yeah. That's what I do. Same.
Yeah, because you're stuck. If you got it in there, you're stuck.
Yeah. So like,
So
between each program, is it all quite similar in the way they work, or is it really different?
it's similar. I view Pro Tools as actually a little clunkier than Cakewalk, and a lot of people like Logic a lot better than Pro Tools.
Yes.
So Cakewalk's always been user friendly as far as you can use almost any interface, any plugin. It's
Yeah.
and I just know where everything is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I'm probably gonna end up like, because I know that like a lot of people, like a lot of studios use like Pro Tools and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, because like I think it's like Logic for like more newer studios almost. It's more like a,
Some of them have
yeah,
multiple programs, but it doesn't hurt to actually learn it, even just to throw all your tracks there, arm them, get to learn how do you export it and all that kind of. Even if that's all you learn, because basically in a studio, you're going to be recording it. You're not going to be mixing it in a studio. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So, yeah, that's where I would go with it. But yeah, man. Well, I'll have you on too in the future. Here, we'll do a follow up here and try to get you some more interviews. I have a feeling you'll be doing quite a few eventually because not everybody drums the way you do at your age.
Thanks.
People like that. So, all right, man. Keep rocking. Everybody out there tuning in, thanks very much. Everyone tuning in later, thanks very much as well for support. I got one more interview next week. You guys tune in. Drummer of Tantric. I don't know if you ever heard of them, but they've got a couple hits from I think it was early 2000s or so. It's interesting, like 2 voices with acoustic and hard rock together. Kind of interesting mix. But not the original drummer, but the current drummer I'm interviewing. So that'll be kind of cool.
Cool, yeah.
But I can send you that too after you can watch it because he teaches drums and stuff like that. Maybe you'll learn something from him.
Yeah, sure. I'll have a look.
All right, man. Well, everybody look forward to our Purple Haze playthrough here. As soon as I get it done, we'll I don't know how you release songs, but I would say June or July, maybe let's aim for.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Go for there. All right, man. We'll hype it up and do it up. All right. Well, get some rest. I know you got school tomorrow, so I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, guys. See you later. Thanks very much. Keep rocking all.
Thank you. Bye.